Hey, good afternoon. This is Chuck from Monocoque Metalworks. It's a Tuesday afternoon in December. As you can see, we got the Christmas music on. And sorry, it's been a couple weeks, I think, since we've done a video, but it's been really busy in the shop with restoration, parts orders. It's a Christmas season, so we've got a lot going on outside of work. But anyway, today's video is something I've had in mind for a long time. This is an actual order that was just about to go out the door, and before I packed it up, I thought, you know what, I'm going to spread the stuff out here and show you like the typical one-car order that we'll send out. This order is going to a 70 2+2 that's in the UK. The customer sent us about 30 or 40 photos after the car came back from being blasted, so it showed all the problems. I went through the photos on the computer myself and listed out, here's everything you're going to need to get the job done. Most of the stuff comes from here. The pieces that we couldn't provide, I told them, here's what you want to get and here's where you want to get it. And then I actually recommended a couple of used wings for the front bonnet. So right here is everything they're going to use to get their bonnet repaired. This is our bonnet support member. This one's for a 4.2, so it doesn't have the horn brackets. You can see it's got these cage plates. There's not a single E-type out there that doesn't need this. So when we do bonnets here, these are the pieces we always replace. Gets a new support member. This is the mouth tray. You'll see it's flat and it's got these recesses for a Series 2. Somebody on Facebook not too long ago actually posted a picture of one of these and wanted to know what it was. That is a Series 2 lower air duct panel. We call it the mouth tray. These are new headlamp diaphragms. These are partials. What we do is drill out the spot welds of the circular hump and put it back in there. You can buy these from another manufacturer with that piece in there, but it's not the same as original. It doesn't have that nice smooth flow, and so, you know, we're big on originality here. We want it to look right, so we do it that way instead. It's also a cheaper alternative. I am working on a mold though for that nice smooth hump. These are the rear mud shields. This is the right hand, this is the left hand. It's got the heater hole in it, or the air hole there. And then this is a complete flange kit for a 6-cylinder bonnet. And you got your 2 flanges up front there that go on the inner balances. Then these 2 are behind there. Obviously the left hand is longer than the right hand. This is the 4-piece wing flange kit. These go up on the diaphragms. See, they go right in there like that. And then you've got these here, which are, that go on the mud shields. Look at that fit. It's perfect. All right. And this here is the most complicated flange to make. We call this one the air cleaner flange. It actually goes kind of over here on the right-hand side. This is the most commonly rusted out flange. It's right by the heater hole. We call it the heater flange. So there's your complete flange kit there. Now, the car was rusted out in the tail area. This was really badly rusted. The Series 2, a lot of salt and stuff must have got kicked up in there. Brent made these pieces yesterday. This is kind of like the roof to the Series 2 license area. Your license plate would be down here. This hole is where your license lamp goes in. Then these holes here that are reinforced with a heavier gauge steel are for the bumper brackets. So that goes there. Whoops. Then this is a handmade in the English wheel Series 2 coupe or 2+2 rear lower valance panel. You can see it does have the drip tray in it. It's got the double bend here on the edge. This is perfect. We are very particular about the shape of this. This thing curves in like 7 dimensions. We try to get them all right. You can see we've got a little, don't laugh at the 7 dimensions. It's got a little extra piece for the drip channel here. You know, we kind of make this and put it in there. We leave the extra on. You can see our pattern goes to here. We leave people a lot of extra like this so you can kind of fade it in or get it however you need it to go. But this fits on here perfectly. And then there's actually another piece for this order. The vertical license panel is not made yet. Brent's actually working on that now. Inside the sills, we've got our hidden subframe kit. These are our special heavy duty 16 gauge gussets. You can see they're notched out to go in the tubing. Since this order is going to the UK, and actually for almost all orders, I send out an instruction sheet. It tells you exactly what kind of tubing to buy. The tubing can be heavy. It's a lot of trouble for us to go get it, bring it back here, cut it, ship it. So you can save a lot of money by getting the tubing yourself, and then you don't have to pay to have it shipped. So we send out a lot of the hidden subframe kits without the tubing. These are repair pieces for the toe panels. A 2+2 actually has a larger toe panel. It's got that X in it here. They were great except for the bottom inch. So rather than pull that all out, drill out all these spot welds, kind of lose your reference points up front, talk to the customer, and we decided the way to go was to simply put a nice patch in here at the bottom. So we've got 2 patches for the bottoms of those. Of course, the dimensions are just right. And then that's how we work with it. We look at the pictures and say, replace this, fix that, do that. This is a complete sill closing panel kit. These are your bulkhead closing panels, left and right. You got your upper sill brackets. Sorry, this was going to get shipped out, so everything's all tucked in there. There's your front sill closing panel. It's got the bracket in here for the battery tray. Ours is the right size, ours is the right thickness. The other guys use a real thin piece here and it rips up when you tighten down the battery. Everything we make is just the same as original. This is the wrong side, but I pulled it off the shelf to sell you. This is a door skin repair panel for the lower side of the left-hand door. He actually needs this for the right-hand door, and we're going to make it a little taller. Not big on patching things, and I used to say never patch the door skin, but when you reskin a door, you end up with a beautiful door that doesn't fit at all. And I've been through this before with you guys, but the bodies are leaded to fit the door, and every door is different. So if you just have the typical rust along the bottom, sometimes it's better to put this in and try to just plug weld it in. We have a special way that we show people to do this so that you don't get warpage. You'll look here and see that we have a 90-degree bend. We've got a stepped or joggled edge. You're going to tuck that under the existing door skin, but we've got this 90-degree piece in here. There is tons of room inside the door, so this isn't going to interfere with anything. And what that does is keep this straight. Where are you? Keeps this dead straight while you're welding. And if you do get any little warpage, you can go in here and fiddle with this like a Lancaster shrinker stretcher and straighten this right back out. So we use that stiffening rib when we're doing stuff like that. For example, these are the custom-made rear wheel arch repairs for the outer for this 72+2. Now, someone had already put repair panels in, and they came up about this high, and just like always happens, they stitch welded all the way along with a MIG, wrinkled the hell out of it. The customer's going to cut that out. That's going to relieve a little of the wrinkling up in here. We were sure to come up about an inch above that, and then we've got our stepped edge, and we've got our stiffening rib. This keeps the shape perfectly. This is not your regular repair piece that's flat and has a soft edge and is just a piece of junk. This thing is perfect in every curve, dimension, edge. It's going to fit right in there. And again, this stiffening rib is going to give you that perfect shape so that you don't lose the shape of the hip in the back. Now, of course, we have matching inner pieces. The inner pieces, this is a patch panel for a much bigger piece. This comes in like this and is spot welded along here. You can plug weld it. You can do a little stitch along here because they're the same size, but this always sticks out a little bit. But look at the fit. And that's exactly how it should fit. I don't even think the factory stuff fit that well because at the factory, they have a really powerful spot welder that pulls things together. But there's your inner and outer repair. And then in the back of the wheel arch, there were some additional problems. We call this piece the Boomerang panel. This is the under piece, the inner piece, and it goes like that. It interface with this. This piece is an exact size. This one is a patch panel, so it's a little bigger. So that's going to go in there like that. And then we call this the three-sided panel. It goes in here like this, forms the back of the wheel arch. These two pieces are two parts of a 5-piece assembly, but the upper pieces never go bad. All you need are these to get the job done. And you'll save a lot of money, and you'll save a lot of time pulling that all out. And also, typically they're rusted, but all this upper section of this assembly is up in there, back behind a good fender or wing that you don't want to disturb. So that's it for this order. Like I said, we are going to change this. Brent's working on that vertical panel, but we'll go ahead and pack this all up in a couple of boxes, the best way that we can for weight and shipping costs and all that. We'll ship it over to the UK. The customer will have everything they need. And then along the way, if they need a little piece here or there, we'll zip that out to them too. That's pretty much how it works here. You send us the pictures of your E-type. We send you the solution and great parts to get it done. Thanks a lot. Happy holidays.